Hello and welcome, and we've got a really busy upload today. Fingers crossed and all going well. This should be a big one. So what we've got to try and do today is we want to have an attack of the Marvel bits and pieces because we missed out on that last week. That was supposed to be all dioramas. That did not go too well. Now from there, what we want to do is we are going to move this, all the Star Wars, and we're going to move all the Jurassic Park stuff. That is the plan. So I've got to try and move all the big units. Once all the units are in place, we can then start making nice dioramas. Now, the reason why I'm having to do that is because of the big UCS gunship. But what we are going to start off with is this thing just here. Now, what we're going to do with this is where we got to last week and failed because the internet went down. So we're going to carry on with this very, very quickly. And then where I am sat currently, the Ninjago stuff is going to come over, and I have absolutely no idea what that is going to look like, and I'm looking forward to getting tucked into that and seeing exactly what is going to be on offer, because I have a very, very funny feeling it's going to look phenomenal as a downtown district. So that is the plan. So downtown district for Ninjago, that will then lead us into some bits and pieces. So if we go from, if I move you, because the Lego cam is on, this is the plan. So the roller coaster is over and it is in, and I think it does look quite smart. I think that does look rather nice. As I try and just turn the volume off if I can, because it is putting up a fight. So as you can see, you have got all of these bits and pieces just here, and that looks great. And then we're coming through. So I've organized this. So that is all the bits and pieces that is going to be part of the theme park. Now the plan is this horseshoe shape just here is going to be the Ninjago, and I have got the Ninjago bits and pieces here. Now the reason why that is going to have to move is because that is a phenomenal looking thing, but it looks absolutely dreadful next to the gates, and it looks dreadful against, well, basically everything else. So this is going to go to the back. Now when that goes to the back, it then frees up absolutely everything else. So we have got options. We either start up here, and then we get that done. Now, the first thing is what I'm going to do is apparently this should go on here. And then that then allows something else to go up on there. We can do what we want to do with that. So for now, what I can do, as the light has just fallen over, is I can put you back up there for now. And then we can figure out exactly what is what. So I have actually figured out how to get this light set to white, which is fantastic. So we now have a white light rather than a purple or pink or whatever it was last week. We have got options with regards to the Ghostbuster Firehouse and what we're going to do with the roof display. And we've also got options of what we're going to do with the display just here. But I want to get tucked in to moving all the bits and pieces around. And then as we're moving the bits and pieces around, we can start to add on everything else. So that is the plan of attack. So where this is set up now, I think we should be good, because you're now behind me and I'm going to be walking forward and backwards. We should be good to get the Ninjago stuff on display. I think that could work. So this is going to be the biggest move I've done live. I don't know why I'm doing it, to be honest, but it just means then we can just carry on. And we can still get to the dioramas, because once everything's moved quickly, I'll get this done first. I want to move the Disney Castle because it's not in the right place. When all the big bits are in situ, I can just move one or two of the Ninjago units. So here, for example, where you can see in front on the other camera, that then means we can carry on with the dioramas. I want to try and get all that done today without smashing anything, he says. So you hopefully, that should be clear enough. With that light in the background, I'm assuming, yes, so that just makes it a little bit brighter for the background. So that is good. So if I leave you like that. Now I am going to basically bed in my own area of where I do this. So I'm going to start here and we're going to come around and wrap it through. So for everybody that is in the background, welcome, hello, and thank you. Now, if you have liked the video already or you've actually taken part in the poll, perfect, because it's always good to see what everybody thinks regarding what. So let me know as we go. So I need to put that there. And I need to do this. So this is on the move. This is the first thing. The Ninjago set should, he says, in theory, fit here absolutely fine. Now these sets are stunning. There's so much detail to this, and you can see hopefully on both cameras now just how nice they are. But I think if we have that spun around just there to the corner, the second we do that, you can see exactly what I'm going to be trying to do with a downtown Ninjago. So you've got downtown districts. Obviously, the laptop's not going to be there. The roller coaster will stay there. And then we've got all of those bits and pieces behind it. I think, he says, that should work quite nicely. So I have got 2 more to move. I think I might be able to keep the laptop where it is, which would be ideal. That way I don't have to move the camera. Otherwise, I'm going to bring you up. Then I can move Plan of Attack. What is it? Ninjago first. Jurassic Park goes to Ninjago. Only temporary. Star Wars starts where the Jurassic Park is, and I just throw that in so it's out the way. Then the Disney Castle goes here. So you'll see it from where you are now, which would look nice. And then we can start making up the dioramas when people start to come in. So that is what we are going to be doing. So for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to move some stuff and see what smashes. Now, we have all sorts of bits and pieces over here. There's the A-frame that we need to look after. We need to get that somewhere and figure out what we're going to do with that. Obviously, if you guys and girls have any ideas whatsoever and you have been watching the Disaster series, then obviously please let me know what you think I should put where. Now, what this is going to make me do, because I've sort of just left this here, is I did a unboxing comparison video for this set. And if you remember rightly, it fell down the loft hatch, and I've not yet repaired it or finished it. But now this is going to be in pride of place on the display. See, this thing is so pretty. So you can see that from the back and kind of see it from the front at the same time. So what I need to do is I'm going to have to hold this like a pizza while moving this one without breaking this one. Welcome to my life, everybody. And then that one goes in, he says. Now, I'm assuming that these will fit. It fitted on the other table. So the other table is the same shape. There seems to be a bit of an overhang on this one. Not too bad. That is what that looks like. And that is what that is going to look like. So you're going to get a really nice inside view on here. The new one will go in front here, so there'd be a base plate and a half. And where my drink is for this afternoon is where the next Ninjago set's going to go. And you can see what I'm trying to do, see what I'm trying to create. Hopefully it's not too pixely and it's coming through much cleaner than what it was last time, because last week it was a disaster within a disaster last week. So that did not go too well whatsoever. So fingers crossed we are doing okay. And what actually, while I'm thinking about it, I will set another camera up and have that camera here. And that way we can actually vlog for the Disaster series as well, which will be exciting. So it saves me downloading that footage. Right, that moves. Oh dear. So what we have to do now is this. So we have got this thing in the corner, obviously, which we need to bring over. Now this thing is beautiful, don't get me wrong. So this can go on both sides. So this can actually go on the one side or the other. So we can pick and choose what we want to do with that. So that's absolutely fine. Whereas this, well, I don't think it can. So this, if I remember rightly, just pick this up and thought about it, isn't attached to the top. Right, perfect. So I've got to figure out if I want the city to my right, which I think I do, to be honest. If I do that, the tree tucks in, I can push that over and we've got a little bit more space. I think that is the way to do it. So if I put a bit more light on the, you can see how bright that is. If I do that, you can see what that looks like from around that side. So I think that works. I think that works all right, I think. So that is those two, well, those three in. Now, where the computer is where the boat would go. But I reckon I can get that tucked in. I reckon I can get that tucked in behind, you know. So if I can move you over ever so slightly like so, I think we should be able just to get this boat tucked in. Don't forget, these are just going in rough, and then it can all get sorted out. So this will go lengthways where the laptop is. So for now, it can go just there. Perfect. Yeah, no, that'll do. So that will work nicely. So that'll fit in where the computer is now going to full width. So that is going to create a lovely display, because if I grab you, what we're going to do is all of this, look. So that isn't there, obviously. That's you. And it wraps around. The new one is a base plate and a half, which is what that gap is. And then that can come round, that boat full length. And that is your downtown Ninjago nailed. I think that is going to look great. I've thrown every single loose minifigure for a Marvel display in that pile. That's something that we want to try and get through today if possible. That has been an adventure today, because you've been trying to mess around with that as well. So that's been good fun. But the next thing we need to do and move is this stuff over here. So if I put that over there, it might make it a little bit brighter for everybody. I think that makes it a little bit cleaner and clearer. So hopefully. So what I want to do is I want to put those gates over. So I think you can see everything. You can see it being picked up. Now I've got to be careful on this bit because I'm on a hatch. So this is where it can go wrong. But we need to get this out of the way. This is a fantastic set as well, by the way. So this is a beautiful thing, and we are dumping that for now. That's going to be our dumping ground table, because we have all this space over on this side. So all of this is just going to be thrown over, and then, like I said, we want to get that in the right place. I can then just move one or two that I can basically need to move that unit again to here. So that will then allow me to carry on with a Marvel display, which will be fantastic. Right. That needs to move. So we've got quite a bit on this table. It needs to shift. It's not going to be the quickest process, which is always the way with these displays, but it does mean that we can get our teeth sunk into any new Jurassic Park sets that need to be there. Now that thing is obviously massive, so if you've not seen the T-Rex that comes with the gates, now you have. That is a big thing. I've not moved loads of this for a long time. So we have got spare minifigures, bricks, and just bits and pieces, so they can, for now, go in there. I think that's part of that's part of the Jurassic Park base. That is broken that, which is fantastic. You can see, I think, it's starting to appear, which is great. That moves. That moves. You can kind of see what we are trying to do. So for speed, I just want to get this big one in to start with. I wonder if I can just throw these bits and pieces there. That's colour. That must be a Stranger Things thing. 20th anniversary train. Right, so we have to move this to the edge of the table, which is always going to be harder said than done. So if you know what I am balancing on, it's never easy. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of movement, K-Bricks, a lot. So welcome. So K-Bricks, the reason, well, Kurt, but K-Bricks, as you can see on the screen now, going hunting down on Instagram. Massive move in his own city as well. Lots and lots going on in his story. So hunting down under the banner that you see on this screen. And yeah, so there's lots going on. So Ninjago's moved already. This just needs to go in. Jurassic Park's been dumped. And then we can start coming back. And then we can get tucked into the Marvel bits and pieces. So we will see exactly what we can do with this, because this is quite difficult to move. And I've actually got 3 cameras on the go as well, because I have this camera, which is being used for something else as well. So if I bring you over, I can see how I can edit all this together, but it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, because this, again, I say this stand, I don't know how strong it is. Oh, jinxed it. It just jinxed it. I don't know how strong it is. He breaks it. As long as it didn't snap right now, we will be fine. Right, we're good. Right, so I am hoping that will go. Right, perfect. So this is the only place that this can go where it doesn't eat in to any space at all. So I know it's not ideal, because I did say in the disaster series that the wing is probably going to hide that part of the Rivendell. But as we come round, we've got a different land there. I don't think it matters at all, to be honest. But that is what that looks like for that. Now that camera is going to go off, and I can carry on with that one later on. So good evening to you, K-Bricks. Are you winning, by the way? Are you getting on with it all right? So I think what I need to do, I've got a very, very bad feeling I've just exited the stream, which is not what we wanted. Not what we wanted to do. So I will get that camera back on, because I am in one of these, look. And these things just here are a right pain, because touchscreen, it disappears all the time. So bear with me. Got really hot doing that as well. Really, really hot. What is the code? You can entertain yourselves for a second. That's going really well until now. But of course, something is always going to go wrong when I go live or when I do something like this. But that wasn't really what I was expecting to go wrong, to be honest. What is the thing? Because I have deleted the whole thing off this phone, I've got to type it in individually, and it is a really, really, really long code. It's got to be an easier way for me to do this. Must be. I think we're coming back. We will be coming back. We are loading, so we will see exactly what is occurring with that. Winning. We like that, K-Bricks. We like winning. We like you winning. Right, I think I am back, yes. So I just need to put you back on the actual stand. I think I know what I did, actually. I think I know. I turn that off. And if I do this, we are back. I think. I just need to do that. Right. I think you can see again. Yes, you can see again. Right. Disaster averted. We will continue. So I need to get. And it's just getting it thrown over. Oh, without doing that. So we have got. No idea what that was. I don't even know what's just fallen off. The internal of the Throne room. External? Internal? Internal. Well, it's back together. So that is back there. This is coming over as well. That is looking like we're going to have a good shape. That's what I was hoping for. I just wanted a good shape. And I think we're going to have it. There was some green shrubbery. Got some fine tuned. There's some of that is actually Ninjago stuff in there. I better put that. Leave that with the Jurassic Park stuff because I know that is there. Got a funny feeling this is the easiest bit I'm going to be doing, and it's just going to get worse after this. So that's always an omen. So this is the Avengers Quinjet sticker sheet that I didn't use because I didn't put the Avengers on there. I did the other one, and now I haven't even got the other one. It gets smashed into so many pieces. But no, I'm glad you're winning. Finding the fun bit, moving stuff around. Yeah, it's always good, dude. It's always good when you can move those bits and pieces around and just get those other little bits and pieces done. Right, so that is that. So what we've got is we've got loads of space on this table, and I'm going to wrap the sets around. Now I could potentially actually get you on there. Can I open this up and create a shape that I want? Well, that doesn't sound very good, does it? That is almost spot on for space, because I think I could do that. So that is. It's not in the correct order, but that doesn't take up that much space much like that, because that is all the way back and the wings are overhanging, so I can just put stuff around it. And obviously this is to create a footpath for different bits and pieces, and then we've got all of that on the go as well. So I think if I did that, that'll be a bit brighter. So that makes it brighter or darker, to be honest. I think that just needs to be put into the actual middle, and then we should be okay, because it's not in the correct place currently. But I think it would do the job, and it does allow us a bit of play. Because when all that gets tiled in tan, they're two very, very big sets to be on there. That's actually freed up a bit more space than what I thought it was going to do. Which then brings us to this piece. We've got to figure out exactly what we're going to do with that bit just here. And then we can go from there. So we need to move on, because like I said, I don't want to be here forever. Reckon it works? To be fair, it looks quite nice actually at the back. Because I will add in some other bits and pieces, but because it's so big, it's nice just that it's further back. I can obviously fine tune that and bring that to the left, so that could actually, if need be, that could go to here. Not that it really makes too much of a difference, but then I lose that space in the corner, so I will have to put something in the corner. And no, that can't turn around any other way. That will have to go that shape. But yes, that is that big. The only thing I could do is put it in the middle of the table, but I don't think that will work. But all of them are on. They just need to be fine-tuned, I think. So that is what I'd like to say. Half decent success. Half decent success. Now, Talking of half decent successes, that can go over there. That's fallen off. Fantastic. Doing all of this just to see. Now, I think the more I look at that, the more I like it. I think that looks nice. Having a proper downtown bit. Just pretend the laptop's not there. I think that works. That works okay. Put the boat in the right place, and we should be good. So I need, for the first time, to put this Disney castle in a place that I am hoping that it is going to work. But then at the same time, I don't know if it will. We shall see. Because at the moment, we have got a very big. Well, we've got a whole table currently. In fact, we've got two. We've got a table in. Maybe a table and 3/4. Not quite 2 tables. So yeah, not quite 2 tables of space. Oh, hang on. Just forgot the ATT that was just chilling out, walking on the floor. So that needs to come up. Rocky's come up to say hello. So that needs to go over because I did imagine this being basically this corner as well. So I thought it would be this space and it'd be like a half and half. So I was expecting a table and a half for the Star Wars display. Right, the bit that I don't want to touch, which is over on this side. We are moving this. I'm not sure I want to be honest. But I don't think we've got a choice. So definitely going to have to open up that in a minute. I've got quite a lot of layers on. It was rather fresh when we started. And one of the cats is under the table. And you can hear him. Yes, you. Destroying everything. Oh. Another thing for Star Wars up. So that's why I thought I needed like a table and a half for Tatooine. There's still room for the block of cheese as well. So if, as and when for that block of cheese. If, as and when. All of that smashing, by the way, isn't me. Is it, Rocky? No, it's not. What are you doing? Right, we are. Oh, bud. Now these pieces that are loose, the bits that I need to repair, but I can't actually physically repair it on the other side because I've tried today. This is another reason why I'm moving it, because I can't actually get to it to repair it. So what I need to do is basically put it in the place that it's going to go and then repair it there. Because it's pinned both sides and it's the outer edges that I need to do. And we've got little bits and pieces like there that I need to do. And right, you can see this, can't you? So I'm moving. Yes, that is moving. Making sure I've actually got you in there. Making sure I'm actually grabbing the set that you guys are looking at. But all of these pieces are for the castle. I don't know what that is grinding on. But it does need a bit of TLC and a clean as well. Not sure why. Fair enough. Right. Get a toothbrush on that and we will be okay. I have no idea what that was. It sounded like a bit of wall falling off. Right, we are away. Disney Castle is up. Disney Castle. That's the base of the Disney Castle that has just gone. And that's something else that's just gone. That is slightly annoying. But at the same time, to be expected. And I think that just goes there. Yes, it does. That clips on there. Magic. So that is what we are fighting with. And I'm fighting with the little tripod this thing is standing on because it is refusing to play ball today. Everything else in this disaster series. Right, that is huge, as you know. But with it coming over to that corner, just there, that is exactly where I want it. I think that will look quite nice there. And then we have it going into the Star Wars stuff. So basically, the Star Wars can come in line to there. So we can just go up in a straight line and come through. And I think that could work quite well. I'm going blind now. I'm going to turn that off just for a sec and see if that actually picks it up any better. I don't know if it makes it worse or better. But that is the castle. That is the Star Wars. And these are the pieces. I should do a live build here, really, shouldn't I? I could just set a chair up and finish that bag. Add the sides on because we've got to add on that much more width or length either side to that. And then he says all the pieces that I am about to bring over, which you'll be seeing on this camera with all the minifigures, are all the bits for this set. And I can just leave them tucked in the front. Stand the minifigures on the stairs, which will look nice. And then we have got, for some reason, quite a lot of these little blue individual bits. Some curves as well, so making a lot of clanging and banging is what we're doing. More minifigures. So I know that this is more than likely, it is the worst time possible to go live. I know it is. But this is designed for people just to watch back when they're bored. So if you do have any ideas and you're watching this back with regards to what I can do with the new space, then please let me know. Because it's always nice to come up with different ideas and do different things. But I think finally, it's taken a long time and a lot of moving, but I think everything is in the right place. We've got an L shape of tables to my left, which will be your right. I'm not even going to attempt to move that camera at the moment. So that is going to be a nice area for things, but it's just the volume of broken pieces on this. It's fully complete, but it just needs to. It needs a very, very good bit of TLC, is what it needs. And then we will be laughing and good to go. Just trying to see if there's anything else on this pile that could be part of that. I don't think any of that is. That might be. Don't think. They're just like odd studs of stuff that have fallen off. That is. I'll say that is and see what's going on with that. Now, if you keep your eyes peeled, there is a cat in the background destroying everything. So that are the minifigures. They're the pieces that need to go with this. That is now in a place that I can actually repair it. I think that is a place where that is going to live, which is perfect. All I need to do is get this thing to stand. You're on the wonk, and it will work absolutely fine. So that is a very, very quick move for Star Wars. Very quick move for the Disney Castle. And then I'll show you the other bits and pieces before we even attempt to do any of the Marvel moving. And what I wasn't anticipating is this. Can you see him? causes absolute look. We'll watch this smash live, shall we? This is why it all breaks. Rocco, hey, come on. Second, there's a little bit of space up here. Up they come, and smash. I have no idea what he's playing at. No idea what he's doing at all. Right, so that is good. We like that. This looks nice, but there is a lot to do on that section. So I need to start creating some sort of displays, possibly, or figure out. Oh, that's going to break. Rocky. We're now on cat watch. See, just put it in temporary. I had that UCS set in rough, out the way, and the second it goes into the correct place. What are you doing? I can see this just going straight down the Rottweilers. This is the kind of content that you're going to be getting at the moment. He's now stuck. That's his bum. Can't get in there. Give up. I'll give up. Right. You're there looking at that. Perfect. I need to do something else before I started the Marvel stuff, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was to measure the roller coaster. That's what I needed to do. I need to get a tab open and do something a little bit different now, because I need to look at two sets, and those two sets will depend on what two sets come in next. So what I am going to do now is squeeze in this little gap that I've created for the laptop. I'm going to remove you, so you are removed. I am going to do this, if it works, and then I'm going to do this. Right, so what we are going to have a look at now is I want to have a look at the loop coaster and double check the height. Now, are there any sets on here? Any new ones? Because we missed Thursday night. So we can do a quick bit of research if there's anything that I need to leave space for. Like these little Harry Potter sets are very, very sweet. $17.99. And that's 1st of March. So we've got a little while to go. I don't think there's been any big releases for March. I know there's is it the telephone box that's coming? I don't think I've seen anything else. Those minifigures look smart. They're both coming soon. That was me hitting the N1 Starfighter. Now, in case anybody wonders, all the ships for that Star Wars section will be hanging off the roof. So that is the plan of attack for that. Spidey Brickhead looks nice. Iron Spidey. No, right, loop coaster. Let's have a look. Hello, buddy. And he's just jumped on. You coming over here? Come here. Right, let's have a look. Loop. That's what we're about to type in that in, wasn't I? There we go. Oh, that I didn't realise. That's in a massive sale. 40% off on that one. So if you want the stunt loop, pick yourself up that one. But this is one of two things I think I'm going to need to get next. So the first one of the two things that we're going to be having a look at now is this thing, because this thing is actually quite important with regards to roof height. So I have moved all the bits and pieces that I've moved. Now the Ninjago stuff is going to stay here, so I think it just works really well, and how it wraps in with regards to the coaster. So if I do this and then do this is what I mean. So I think this looks really, really nice. And then from where I'm sat, you've got the coaster, and then you've got all of those bits and pieces. So I think that works. And then obviously you've got the Avengers Tower. You've got all those bits and pieces up there, and then you've got that down the side. So it works well. Everything to the left-hand side was what we were going to sort out this evening with regards to minifigures and actually placing bits. But in the back of my mind, I did think there wouldn't be that many people because it's the worst time to go. So I am waiting for a couple of people to jump in, and then we might start making a display. Disney Castle is now in a place that I can repair it. And then you've got the Star Wars behind it. And I think that is going to be one serious display. And now we've got all of this space on these tables. So that is what we are doing for that. Now, if I remove that, come back to me, we can then do this. No, this. And I need to measure this, because it was going to go where the Ninjago stuff was, which I think would look nice. But now it just gives that downtown Ninjago feel. So that works well. Now I have got multiple tape measures at the ready to hope that this will actually fit, because the ceiling height and the angle. So we're now going to do some live measuring next, because if this doesn't work, everything that I've just moved in the last half hour was almost pointless. Which isn't exactly ideal. So it is 92 centimeters or 36 inches, I do believe. I think that's what I said down there. It does say it somewhere else as well, so I don't really want to do a guessing game on that, but we'll go for 36 inches, or it says over 92 centimeters. So we'll go for that, and we will see exactly what is what. So 92, 3 foot. So where I am right now, it is silly. It is so tall. So it's 3 foot. So you're going to get your tape measures out and measure 3 foot. But it's 3 foot only at that one part. So the 3 foot is that bit. That is why I wanted that to go here. Now that it still can. But I just think the downtown Ninjago. I think the downtown Ninjago works a little bit. But I need to move this M1. I've got an M1 just, look, there. Let me move that before that gets... Now, that did not sound good, because that was a tape measure hitting the roof. Now, yeah, I agree, that loop roller coaster is fantastic. Now, if that is going to hit that easily, I'm stuffed. Ooh, will it go where the red one is? Not I want it to go where the red one is, but it's got to fit, surely, because this side it sticks out higher. Oh, it's so close to the ceiling. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Why? Maybe that's why I had to leave this table free. But the Ninjago looks too good not to put here now. Don't you think? I don't know. So 3 foot off that table, as you can see, that kind of gives me not much room at all. So I can't put the Ninjago in the table in front and move the roller coaster in front, because it's going to swallow it. just don't know. Oh, that is so annoying. It is a beautiful looking thing. Obviously, you can add all the motors and everything to it. I thought it did give you the dimensions of all the length and everything, but I don't know where they put it. I'm sure it was there. I thought it was that bit. So I know it's really tall, which would look incredible at 3 feet. I don't know. What do we think? K Brooks thinks it looks amazing. I agree. I suppose the question is does it have to go? Can it only go where it can go, and I've got to move everything else around it? Which technically means it's only really 3 sets that I have to move. Or can I put the loop roller coaster inside Ninjago? Can I do Ninjago as a straight line? Can I do Ninjago as a straight line? I'm now just thinking out loud, to be honest. Can I do that as a straight line? Let me show you what I'm going on about. I need, come on, that. And that is what, so we're here. So obviously, for anybody that is just jumped in, I've just put that to be as a downtown Ninjago for our New York display that we're doing. And I've just put that there, and that one behind it, with anticipation for the other one to go here. But will the loop coaster fit where the laptop is? And the loop coaster is inside Ninjago City. Because that way, I have the roof height. Can I make it? Can anybody find the length of the loop coaster? Because I cannot, and it's really, really annoying. Remove that. We don't need that one on at the moment. Can anybody? I can't see it. Because I can move. I've got 29 inches in length to play with. And can I tuck it in there? The only other thing is that we have the corner Ninjago, the new Ninjago, and we have it as a long line. And then that way, it would fit. I guess. I'm stumped. I've actually stumped myself. I thought I had it all planned. That is definitely staying where it is. That works really well. The Star Wars works really well. I've actually got 3 tables of space at the moment, just from tidying up and moving stuff into situ. And I don't know. Where is it? I'm going to have to Google it, I think. If anybody can help, fantastic. Or just watch me suffer, because I would do the same. I would do the same thing. I don't understand why. Not counting the studs. It's not that deep. I'm going to have to count the studs. Hang on. So we're looking at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, my eyes are hurting, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, I think. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. It's a base plate. Now, this table is bigger than 36 studs because this is 2.5 base plates in length, depth. That's what these tables are, because I have got currently the city and the docks side by side on the narrowest part of the table, and it doesn't overhang. Well, it's definitely going to make things interesting, because it really can't go on the tables on the outside. Because 3 foot from here, we're all right. Anywhere on this table, 3 foot, we're okay. But I want to keep it as it is. Now, before I carry on with the marble display, I really want to make sure that I'm not messing around and wasting more time. If anybody knows the length of the loop coaster rather than just the height, that would be fantastic, because the other set that I am looking at is this. So, because I have the space exactly where this laptop is for this. So it's going to be one or the other. This obviously is a higher brick count and it's cheaper. It's a lot higher brick count, 6,000 pieces. It's a massive, massive set. Obviously, we're wrapped round between the other three. And all three of them do look really effective, because exactly here is where that would go. But would the loop coaster go behind it? So I just don't know. Oh, it'll be so tight. I just don't know if I could get the dock in front of the red one. So we go tall, short, tall, short. I didn't really have that planned for that, to be honest. So, if I get this back, we don't have level 3 going? Yeah, we can, can't we? So if we have that back, do we have tall? I know it's jumpy, short. It's got to wake up. Tall. Docks. Which is that one. Might have to do it off the live, because I need to move all of this just to see if it'll fit. So if it did do that, I don't think it'd be too much of a problem. And then that'd be guaranteed to then we can have the red coaster and the loop coaster in between the Marvel and the downtown. And then I guess we would go Ninjago into the smaller sets that are here to go into the Monkey Kid sets, maybe. I don't know. So I am going to wrap it up, because I have got a lot of measuring to do, and it was not what I was expecting. So this needs to go away, so we can get rid of that one. We can turn that off, because that is bugging me. Right, so I am going to end it there, because I was going to an hour anyway. We're already at 53 minutes. That's not too bad. We have achieved something. It's not what I was hoping to achieve, but again, it is what it is. On the next live, next Sunday, maybe at a different time, we will start to make up the minifigure displays for everything else, because I want to carry on with that. Now, Jay's Toy Collection UK is right. That thing on top of the Ghostbuster Firehouse looks much, much better on top of the Ghostbuster Firehouse, whereas it was a little bit odd on the Avengers Tower. But I just I just don't know if that... I don't know if that layout would work. I know, I can't believe how much I've thrown myself doing it. I don't know if I want a run of them. It's nice to see the coasters. I think you guys are going to have to let me know on the replay, because everything to my left is going to be DC, so that's fine. I'm looking at three tables of space plus where this laptop is. How much space we've gained from that is just filthy. And we've still got 3 base plates for a display out the back. Yeah, I think so. But K-Bricks, where would you put it? Would you put it in behind the Ninjago run, or would you try and... That's the thing. I'm so stuck with the height of that now, and I didn't realize it was that much of an issue. So anybody that has just jumped in, basically what you've missed is I have just moved Jurassic Park section, Star Wars section. I've just put the Disney Castle in an area that will work perfectly, so I can rebuild it. Moved all the Ninjago, so we've now got like a downtown Ninjago area. And I've just measured up the height of the loop coaster, and it's 3 foot. And it can only go in one place in this Lego room, which is exactly where this laptop is. The problem is, because the loop coaster can only go in one place, I guess I've got to do everything else around it. But do we like having like a downtown feel to the display? I guess that is what we're kind of looking at. Because it's coming through really clearly my end, but I just don't know how clear it's coming through on this. That is the thing. I don't know how clear it's coming through on, well, how clear it was coming through on the Lego camera. I think it's going to load back up. It's going to let me back in, I think. Yeah, right, we're back. Load it back up. Let's have a quick look again. Right, we are away. Let me step back and we can have a look. That gap closed would be fantastic if the loop coaster would fit there, but I don't think it will. I don't know what the length of it is. That's the problem. But if I don't move that now, it's going to really... I'm going to do it now. We're going to do it now. We're going to carry on. We're going to get one more thing moved. Why not? One more thing moved. Let me get the light back so you can actually see exactly what's going on. I get that in the sort of right place. I didn't want to do this live because this is all the small stuff. I've moved all the big stuff, but the small stuff takes a little while to shunt. Go back to that. That's what we'll go to. We'll keep that other in the background. So where this set is, which you can see moving on both cameras, that can stay there, but I've got to move it because the docks behind it will have to go lengthways, but I just don't know what that would look like with it. So we're going to try it, which is really annoying because I've just put all the minifigures in the correct place, ready to make the display in front of this. Right, moving. We are moving. Moving has been done. That is that. That is that. Oh, this is turning into a true nightmare now. every single one of these sets were ready just to carry on and came back up. Every single one of these minifigures I'd even sorted out as well with regards to the type of minifigure. If they were uniform, so if you don't believe me, look, I've got all the ones with the correct uniform on. They were all going to go there. Right. Now this is obviously missing its thing. That is the only other option that we've got. And it's pinned between the two, which I don't know if that is going to work. No, that's not correct. Does that work? Might. I know it's on the wrong side. I put it on the wrong way. I know. Does it work as a long line? Do we get the next one and have that one there? And do we have the red and the loop back to back? I just don't think it will. Be more helpful if I actually put the correct setting first, really, wouldn't it? Hello there. Absolute trauma, Jay. So I've got the Disney Castle in the correct place, which looks fantastic just there. So it can be repaired, it can be built up. You've got the Star Wars section at the back. You've got 2 tables of space. It was all neat and tidy. I've moved to the Jurassic Park stuff over there. That was fine. I was about to make a downtown Ninjago, and I measured the loop roller coaster. It's 3 foot tall, and it won't fit anywhere else but where the laptop is. And I can't find the width of the loop coaster, so I am just seeing if this works as a long line, which obviously there's more of them. But this thing is obviously so tall that I didn't really want that in front because I don't think you're going to see it. Because it did look nice, because you can imagine that gap there was closed. Where the laptop is was where the boat would go, and then you just got a downtown district. That was the plan. And I don't know if the loop coaster will fit where the laptop is. And it's annoying because I can't find the on the website. It doesn't show the correct dimensions. Oh, it does, and I've gone mental. So what we are looking for, I moved everything in like half an hour, thought we're living the dream, knew that this was tall but didn't really think it was going to be too much of an issue. So it's over 92 centimeters or 36 inches, but there's no length. The depth isn't very deep. I just thought this was very, very high. I didn't think this was anywhere near as long as the red one. But it can only be 3/4 of the table in length, otherwise I can't fit it in. Or I can, but I can't put the Ninjago that way. So that's basically what's happening, Jay. So I've hit a massive, massive speed bump, and I need to measure it again, which is really annoying. Because everything was organised. All the minifigures were together. I've had a really good few hours sorting everything out. And now it's it's not going to plan. So I am going to move. I need to get this on so you can see what I'm about to smash. Right. So I need to move this. Move that back. Because the 2 bigger ones normally go on the outer edge. That is the corner unit. Oh my days. That is the corner unit. which is absolutely stunning. Well, it's the dimension. The only dimension it's given me is this. I don't. They've changed the website. I don't understand why they've not given me the. Because it did have the arrow up and down, and it had the arrow going that way. Just need to know its width, not the depth. Another height. It just I don't know. But I've got to see if I can get these in a long line anyway. Because if these won't fit in a long line, then it's a completely different. It's a completely different ball game with regards to what I'm doing. So worst case, I'll look for it after, because if this works, it doesn't matter. If this doesn't work, then it really does matter. But I wanted to create like a downtown thing. I don't know doing it this way, but it's just going to be a divide. Jay's already on it. He's having a look. All right, so don't forget that middle bit is missing. It's so pretty. I don't know. No, I don't think that works. Not really the idea, because no, do you think? Because you would just have a base plate and a half there, and that's it. And it's just all in a long line. Obviously, I'd have to bring this table forward because there's a massive, massive overhang. Then what I don't like is there's no gap. We can't create anything down there, so I don't. That does not work. We're going to the same problem with the loop coaster as well. Right, Jay's already found the dimensions, which is sensational. So dimensions are as follows. 33.5 inches in girth. Depth, I know we haven't got a problem with, because 13.5 inches deep is fine. It's just over a base plate, and I have 2.5 base plates in depth, and I've only got 1 base plate on it, so that's not the issue. The issue will be, if I move this out of the way, I can now just measure, because I think it would look nice wrapped around the loop, because you'd see it with the new one, and the outer edges won't be covering it. But this is coming down to, do I have 33 inches in width? And there's absolutely no way I do, because 33 is, oh, it's so close. That is so tight. So that went there. 29 without an overhang. So I need to find 3.5 inches. Now I have got, between that set and the actual coaster, I have got 8 inches of space. But the shaft of the loop can only be on, oh, it is on the left. As you look at it, it will say loop, and where it says loop, it will be taller than the garden, so the drop tower bit will be from behind the garden, and then this bit where it's low, you would see, because it's low for the new set, or I put the docks there, and then it gets wrapped around. So we've got 4 sets on that table, but then we put the boat somewhere else. I generally can't believe how much I've moved to come up with such a stupid problem for a future set. Which I really thought the Ninjago would look really nice as a downtown. Right, what we'll do is, because this is a massive headache, is we can quickly do some of the Marvel bits, because I've spent the last hour has been moving everything. So as a recap, I'll show everybody again, just a quick recap of what has actually moved. So if I do that, starting here, we have got the Disney Castle. We will add in all of these pieces. All this Disney Castle has been moved up over to the top, and then we have this at the back. Obviously, all of this has just been thrown in rough, but that is loads of space, and then we still have all this space up the top for Star Wars, and it can wrap round in front of the Disney Castle if we want to. So the Star Wars can take up 2 tables. We have a full table of space there, and we've got a full table of space there, and we've got the Jurassic Park bits and pieces over there. So all of that will get sorted. This was everything we were supposed to do this evening, which is all of the minifigures ready for tonight's live. And that did not go well at all. So that is how that's worked. And it failed miserably. So great effort. That's it. That's it. I could do the exact same thing, James. I could do the exact same thing. Yeah, it's 3 foot by 2 and a bit. But the 3 foot's that's the issue. That is the big issue, which is not very good at all, because yeah, it is. It is what it is. Now, this is something that we can look at. I've tried it. So I've been up here most of the afternoon doing bits and pieces. So Jay came up with the idea. So I've got it already. This is the really annoying thing. I just wanted to do this really quick and then move on to the display stuff. Now, I put this in 2 places, and it's all been filmed for the disaster series. If I can grab it, it's just to my left. This thing is what Jay's talking about. Thought it would look nice on the red coaster. Now, annoyingly, it does not fit in between the red coaster. It is too tight, but it does fit on the outer edge if I build up from the bottom, which I have got a photo of, and me being an idiot, forgot to send it to myself, because it was something that I was going to discuss with everybody. So I did actually take a picture of it. So instead of me being fancy, that is what it looked like. So it went up and it is raised. And it's raised high enough that you can get the thing underneath. So that is what that looked like. I tried it, but I just don't know if it worked. And if I do that, it's going to be a right nightmare, because I've got to build all the supports around it as well. Otherwise, it will tip. That is the only issue. That is the only problem with that, because it's on the central shaft itself, and it's only 2 studs wide, and because it's so heavy, it was swaying. So I need to basically build out the supports for it. Otherwise, it won't work, which is well, it's not fun. Basically, it's just far too wobbly, which is not exactly ideal. But I really do like where the red coaster is. I really do like where the Ghostbusters Firehouse is, where the Avengers Tower is, Daily Bugle is, and I still like where the Ninjago stuff is. I just can't believe I've got to. Is it really? God, it's so close to the roof there. Yeah, well, that's the plan. That was the point. So the idea with doing like the downtown Ninjago and having the coaster there, it was all the same. It all matched. But the massive issue I had with the UCS gunship is right in front of the Jurassic Park gates, and it was too big for it. So if I put it to the back and then build the Star Wars in front of it, then Star Wars will have its own nice land. And that was what I wanted to do with this. So where this is on the corner is obviously where that was. And then you just had your downtown going into that. So all of that works. All of that looks nice. It sat there. That's where it went. So I can just place it there. I just got to take the flag off. Let's do that. Let's play tag very, very quickly. So that moves to you. That moves over. This moves to me. Like so. Which, oh, it does look so good there. Right. What do we think? Does that work there? Having that downtown section, so it's just away from that coaster. And then we've got the Marvel section behind it. Maybe I'll just try and get that loop coaster to go somewhere else. Maybe I've just overthought that, but it's the highest, it is the highest bit. So what we are looking for is, oh, he says, is it all goes wrong? Of course it does. This thing got really loose and I just can't be bothered to tighten it. You might fall over. Is that raised up? Didn't even have that ready. Went there. And it obviously wasn't on the track. That's what that looks like. Does that work? Because I will have to customize it. Now, I think it's better there. Or we can customize it off the floor and then just build it up. But then if we did that, I don't think we'll see in front of the Ghostbuster Firehouse. So that is the problem. So does that work? Yeah, so what Jay's saying. Yeah, that is the point. That's what I'm trying to do, is you get this look. So again, you've got the downtown mixed in with that. And you've got all of this. So what I had here is all of these trucks and minifigures were ready to go in front, and then we just come out. And the plan was actually the loop coaster was, I don't know. But from a standing point of view, that gap gets closed off. That boat, yeah. So we've got really good options for that. Yeah, well, I guess maybe the other thing is that would this be easier going on the loop coaster? Because the loop coaster, I know it's higher, but I don't know if it's got easier places to place it. But yeah, we got options with regards to that, basically. As he fights it, I've fought this all live. I just need a screw to sort it. There we go. I did it. So yeah, that is that's that. And that is that. So I don't know if that can actually go on here somewhere instead. Because I don't actually think it's got anywhere for it to go. The only place it could go is somewhere like above here. Because that, it looks like it's got the studs for it. And if it's got it, it all depends on how strong the frame is, because this head is really heavy. So can it go on top of this? And I just replace it, take those two off, and it sits on there. And I just raise it up underneath, because I could spread the weight across that more. As long as that's solid Technic pieces, which it looks like it is, we might be able to put it on that instead, but I don't know. Loop coaster not fit where the Ghostbuster came from the other day. At the end of the DCs. No, because the you haven't got 3 foot. I don't think. No, it won't, because that table's too high. So with it out all the way, the other thing that it doesn't let us know is how far in the shaft is 3 foot tall. And the problem is the where it is with the Ghostbuster firehouse, it would have to be backwards, because that bit would go to the wall. So you would see it all the wrong way. You'd see it from the back. So it would be flipped. So the loop bit would fit underneath the roof. But that bit to that bit, I don't think I've got the width for the ceiling height. So it would fit this side, but I don't think it would fit this side, because the wood is the highest bit. But that is a good call, to be honest, because that would look nice. Because the Joker would fit in, like the Joker Manor right now would fit around the Ninjago, and it's all colourful. In fact, that would fit. That Joker Manor right now would fit exactly where this laptop is. Oh, do I just dump that in there? Do you want me to try it? Do you want me to try and put the Joker Manor where this laptop is? Because where you are now is there. I can just bring you up and put you over. I can move the laptop back. The boat can just move somewhere else. The boat's not really a massive issue. But I think potentially, because you won't be able to have the Loop Coaster and the Joker Manor on the same table. Well, you might. I don't know. You might be able to. But everything else is good. We're good to go on everything else. Because if we had the Joker Manor, I don't think the Joker Manor is tall enough to get in the way of the battling display behind. That's why I'm being really picky with what goes exactly where this laptop is. Because don't forget, where the laptop is, the table steps up. And it's between the Daily Bugle and the Avengers Tower. We've got 3 base plates for a display. So if I move what is the best bounty, this thing here, amazing boat. Perfect thing that is. No harm in trying. There's no harm in trying. So what is going to be a bit of a wonk is you when you come up on here, I think, because I don't know how well he says you are going to slot into that gap, because I've got all the other. Oh, that didn't sound good. That was a Spidey pole. That was Spidey pole gone. Right, you're looking at. Yeah, okay. Right, now I've got to reach that thing and bring it over. Can we? Oh, this is really annoying. Even when I try and be organised, it doesn't work. I've got cables everywhere. In fact, I'm going to have to unplug you, because you are going to end up falling off the table. And if that happens, I will not be happy. Right, so you know how much space this takes up? Well, you're gone. You're in something. I don't even know what you're in. I can see you on the laptop. I don't actually know where you've fallen. I don't know where you are. In fact, what I should be doing is that. So I don't actually know where you've fallen into. I do apologise. I will find you in a second. Right. Well, I'm not being... that couldn't be any better if it tried. With regards to fitment. And you can still see all the display behind it. Oh, you're there. Found you. So with regards to colour, you've got the big one on the corner. You would have the narrower one here. Joker Manor there. And then the display barrel is where the laptop is currently. I know you're in a completely the wrong place, but that is what that would do. And you can still see all of that going on. That does cause more problems because now I don't know where to put the Ninjago boat. So all ideas, but that is what that looks like. So it could work. That definitely didn't work. Do you reckon it will work? What do you mean put the Joker Manor? Now the other option we've got is actually put the Joker Manor where we were going to mess around doing all those mini displays. Because it will fit between the Daily Bugle and the Avengers Tower. So basically where the computer is. I can't turn that though. Once if I turn that, you can't see anything behind it. So you won't see, it covers the diner and it covers everything else. So that has to be forward. And you can't see in the building if it gets turned either. And you can't see in the top where the Quinjet is. So the Avengers Tower literally has to stay that way for multiple reasons, I'm afraid. Multiple reasons. But it could go where the computer is. So that's what Jay has just said. But it could go up. And then we have a downtown Ninjago completely separate from that. And the coast is a bit lower down. So I've not thought about putting the Joker Manor between the Daily Bugle and the Avengers Tower. Just but we were going to just make... We should still make diorama pieces. It just means it's merged. I will let you guys and girls think of that. Because I need to move something, so something please don't get smashed, because I know exactly what's going to end up happening. They're going to get broke, and we don't want that to happen. If it happens, I'll cry. Right. Hang on, I can't actually reach or see. I've got myself boxed in now. So where it is right now, you think that would work there? Because don't forget, there's another set going in front of that. So the set that's going in front of it is taller than that. So it'd be like that. You'd see, going up, you'd see bits. Like going down, you wouldn't see too much. So obviously that was the advantage of the loop, because it was so tall, you would see it. But it wasn't tall enough or wide enough, shall I say, to bugger up everything else. But that is that. But now we've got the whole side on there. So yeah, there's loads of options. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do this off the camera, because I now can't move it. I've got to move all of this to get the laptop out. So I've now boxed myself out, which I thought would happen. And I can't do anything else now. I'm completely stuck and stuffed. Actually, hang on, I've just unplugged the laptop, haven't I might be all right. Well, whatever that was is just falling off. Right, I think we've unplugged, so we should. He says, "Yes, you are unplugged." Oh no, that's the Doctor Strange roof coming off with another cable. Not designed for this. This was not supposed to be the plan of attack. Right, I'm just going to throw that up there and then sort it out. I don't know. You'll see it. I guess we can still have smaller battles around, can't we? It's just be a merge of everything. But when the Disaster series comes out next week, you'll see how well this was flowing until it got to this exact point. So we might end up changing all this again, because let's just rip the front of that off. Problem, they are not designed to be moved 30 times. I guarantee this set's been moved more than anybody else's in the world. I'm going to throw that out there right now. Right, it's not in the correct place, obviously. It's not far enough back, but I think it's too big and you can't see the modulars behind it. I think that's the problem. I think we tried it there once and I don't think it worked. I don't know. It gave like... Oh, that's the laptop. We definitely don't want that. Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, oh yeah. That gets pushed back a little bit. To be honest, depending on where you stand, you can actually see the modulars behind it. And you can get over the road. So you can see that the modulars are there. But visually, the front three buildings, does that work? So that's what you're going to be seeing. Because the colour-wise, it looks fantastic. And then we've got the... Yeah, so that's your front shot. So you see all three big buildings from the front, and then you've got the aerial lot. And then when you stand up and start to look, you've then got all of those coming down from there, and then it wraps round. And then I guess what we're going to have to do is just do subtle displays rather than having all three base plates. And I guess it adds a ride, because technically it is a ride, so we can add that in there. So yeah, that's something to... I think that's probably something to think about and sleep on, really, because this now... Drop that. Not gone well. This now, I can stop you from falling over. Yeah, it's still alive. Is... I've just realised I've left the head on top of the roller coaster. Can you imagine if I knocked that? Yeah, it's true. You are right with that. And that's why I wanted to try and have the downtown by the roller coaster as well to make it look like a proper thing. Now, I am being really stupid here because what I'm doing is I'm balancing Ninjago City off a table while the head is balancing on nothing and the Joker Manor is balancing on something tipping my way. So if anything touches, we're stuffed. Now, the nice thing is even with the track overhanging, because I know the track overhangs, the Ninjago is back in. So the Ninjago's done. So that is what that would look like with that from there. And then you've got that. So it's looking busy, but obviously it's supposed to be different bits and pieces and different stuff. I just don't know if that... I think it's got to stick to the front, doesn't it? And then we've just got those buildings at the back. So we can make some Easter egg displays, maybe. Hasn't solved the issue of a loop coaster, but at the same time, we have got nice, strong colours. So I think what we've done is we've just moved the problem because I don't think we've got 3 foot to my left. And we are now... we can't put the loop coaster in front of the Joker Manor because it won't work either. No, that will not work there. Yeah, no, but I'm going to go now do as well because I'm just chasing my tail with this. So I need to get the tape measure out and do some bits and pieces. I want to get the Ninjago stuff in. So yeah, you get yourself ready. I'm going to skedaddle. The first hour, first 45 minutes was really quick. I got loads done. I know we just hit a massive speed bump trying to find 3 foot for a ceiling height, which is such a shame. Does it need to be downtown? I was going to say Ninjago could just go to the left. And then this table is just the coaster. So instead of having it directly in front of it, can I just not put it to the left-hand side? It wraps around from the shadow box into... Maybe that might be it. I'll work that out off the live. Right, guys and girls, thank you very much. You take it easy. Everybody enjoy your evenings. Glad it's not stormy this time. And if you've got any ideas and you are watching this back on the replay, then obviously please do let me know because the upload for the actual disaster video will go live next Saturday. And that has involved so far moving absolutely everything. And up to this exact point, it was going nice and smooth. But obviously we've hit a bit of a snag with regards to a potential 3 foot problem, which is never ideal. But I guess we'll just have to figure out as we go. So guys, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care. Until the next one. Ta-da.